You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 18th of November, 2025. It is 57 days after the fall equinox. It is 33 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 28th day of Brumaire, the day of the Cormier, the service tree. The sun rises today at 6:47 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 11:41 a.m. The sun sets today at 4:35 p.m., civil twilight ends at 5:05 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 5:38 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 53 seconds, shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 2% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Thursday, the 20th of November. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 2:11 a.m., 24 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 8:50 a.m., 1 meter 55. In the afternoon, low tide, 3:04 p.m., 15 centimeters. At night, high tide, 9:20 p.m., 1 meter 31. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the Whales of New York Whale Tracker from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute records 15 sightings of humpback whales in the last week, and there have been 45 fin whale sightings since November 7th. This represents a major uptick in whales currently in the New York Bight, the sea region that stretches from Cape May in New Jersey to Montauk Point. Sadly, in October, a juvenile humpback whale beached on Long Beach after sustaining injuries from one or more boat strikes. He did not survive. A reminder of the risks whales face in our waters with their busy shipping lanes. Commemorations. On this day in the year 326, the first St. Peter's Basilica in Rome was consecrated by Pope Sylvester I. And then, exactly 1,300 years later, on this day in 1626, the new St. Peter's Basilica was consecrated by Pope Urban VIII. This day in the year 1307 is the traditional date when William Tell used a bow and arrow to shoot an apple off his son's head. This proof of his exquisite marksmanship made him a folk hero in Swiss legend. This day in 1883 was dubbed the Day of Two Noons in North America. It was the moment when the railways in the United States and Canada adopted time zones, and the clocks in the stations across the two countries were reset on that day when they reached noon in their new time zone. Previous to that moment, each station had used the average solar time of its own city, making the scheduling of long-distance train travel a logistical nightmare. The new system was based on the time zone divisions devised by Cleveland Abbey, the chief meteorologist at the United States Weather Bureau. In 1883, the time zones only applied to the railroads. In 1918, Congress would institute standard times nationwide. Today is the birthday of Mickey Mouse. It was on this day in 1928 that Walt Disney's cartoon Steamboat Willie premiered at the Colony Theater in New York. Not only was it Mickey's first appearance in film, it was also the first synchronized sound cartoon. Ub Iwerks was the chief animator of Steamboat Willie. On this day in 1963, Bell Telephone introduced the first touch-tone dial phones in 2 towns near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It would take more than 2 decades for the push-button phone to eclipse the old rotary dials. And finally, today we remember Pedro Infante Cruz, born on this day in 1917. The ranchera singer and actor starred in more than 60 films during the golden era of Mexican cinema. In his singing career, he recorded more than 350 songs. Handsome, athletic, with exquisite comic timing, he is remembered for films such as Ustedes, los Ricos, Los Tres Huastecos, and his final film, Tizoc. An accomplished pilot, he died at the age of 39 when the plane that he was co-piloting crashed moments after takeoff. He is buried in the Panteon Jardín in Mexico City, and he has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 18th of November, 2025.